Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing with the Kaiserreich mod as the Russian Republic. Alright, so let's go and jump into today's episode by starting out with making some adjustments to these division designs. With the light tanks, we're going to go ahead and add the logistic companies here and save that. And then we're going to duplicate this and create those medium tanks, which is only saving us the experience on the support. All this is still going to cost us. In addition, we're going to do some 40 widths, guys. I know that is kind of crazy considering our lack of equipment. But guys, with the division limits, it's going to be all about having the best divisions possible. And while we could build the 20 widths and then slowly upgrade them, that takes a long time. And I would rather have, just one or two medium tanks that are 40 width, have those built that will wreck, absolutely wreck. 40 width medium tanks will destroy everything. Like, they do very well. And I'd rather have them out there than to have, so we'd want to change all this up. Actually, let's just go and do this completely different the way we're doing it here. But yeah, I mean, I think that this would work out very nicely. Just going to remove those. We might remove one more of these here, but they'll just be incredibly powerful, and I think this is the best way to do this here. Alright, so we get another mechanized. We're probably going to need more. We'll take a look and see what happens when we add. Let's go like this. We'll add another mechanized here just in case. And then over here, let's go ahead and get the medium self-propelled artillery. We're going to get a bunch of these. Alright, so that looks good. We don't have the tank destroyers. We probably should have gotten those. We can always add them, kind of change them up here. Let's go and get the mechanized here. But yeah, I would like to maybe either get anti-air. Yeah, perhaps switch out. Ooh, what could we switch out here? We have recon engineer. There's not really anything to switch out here. Yeah, so we could get the anti-tank, the tank destroyers. We'd have to research that though, because we don't have it right now. So that's not really an option. But yeah, I would like to put those in place. Let's go ahead and put the mechanized here, and we could get one more medium tank. Alright, so there's 40 width. Incredibly powerful divisions, guys. The hardness is 71%. So yeah, I think this is a solid division design. We're going to go ahead and say that they're elite, so they'll get any equipment first that they need. Let's go ahead and save that. It's going to require a total of 300 tanks for each one. So again, I know, guys, that this is going to be difficult to build these. It's going to take a while. But again, I'd rather just have a couple of these really powerful divisions than, have double that number of much less powerful divisions. So let's go ahead and do this. And we eventually want to move all our division designs to 40 width, and again, that's going to take time. So it sometimes feels just better to build one at a time here and build the 40 widths. Given that wasn't really an option for these other division designs because we had to get them out there in the front, but we do have that option here. So let's do it, guys. So these guys are ready to deploy. As far that's going to put us at 24. This will put us at 25, and I kind of want to do mostly medium tanks here. We could do another light tank division, but I really want to focus production on everything we need for the medium tanks. So we probably won't build anything else after these here, and then that'll allow us to switch production over. And I've already switched some factories, so we've got that happening now. So these guys are deployed. Let's go ahead and put them, you know what, actually we can go ahead and put them onto the front line. And they can train on the front line. That's absolutely fine. So who still needs divisions? Let me just take a look, because I don't actually know how we're looking on numbers here. We're at 7 there, so we could move them there. I think this one is completely filled up here. Yeah, and then we have the Red Army, which I feel like, because we're not building the fortifications, we need more troops there. So let's go ahead and put all of those guys here. Let me see how we're looking on this front. It looks like they have a division in almost every province now, so not as many openings as there was before. Let's move all these guys over to here. And we could even move one of them over here to make sure we don't lose that. Alright, so we're at 20. Let's go ahead and train those up. Alright, excellent. So we're still helping out here. I actually have something we're going to be doing in this episode. We'll see if it works out. This could end up being absolutely disastrous, but I have something I'm gonna work on. We'll see how it works, guys. We do have to wait until we have 20 political power, though, so that's what we're gonna wait on. And for now, we'll just sit here and try and help out the best we can. I mean, it does look like the Syndicalists are done for. Like, no doubt about it. These guys are done for. And there's really no stopping that. Been trying to do this attack here, and we haven't had any success. We could just leave and then instead come on over to this front. We could try and destroy all these guys. Overall, this is done. There's really no way to deal with it. Could try and do over here, see how this goes. Just trying to eliminate one of these invasions here, because that one's clearly not going to work out. There's too many troops there. Now we are stopping them from advancing along that front, but we really need to be on the offensive. Could attack here. Do we have the political power? Almost there. Could attack here, but we'd fail. There's no success there. All right, so you're going to see the decision here. The question of Don-Kuban Union. We're just going to do it. Let's just do it, man. Because I've had somebody tell me that it doesn't have to result in war. It does say it may lead to war. If it leads to war, it leads to war. Whatever, I don't care, man. We built those divisions. There's a decision here. There's an event here that pops up, and I think if we pick a certain option, then we're might be good. There might still be the chance. I don't really know how this works, honestly. I had somebody post in the comments that kind of explained it, and I think we need to pick this option here. But let's read this. The lands of the Don and Kuban Cossack hosts between the Black and Caspian Seas was historically part of the Russian Empire until, during the chaos of the Bolshevik Revolution and ensuing civil war and German intervention, an independent Don-Kuban Union was established by the charismatic white leader Pyetr Krasnov, with support from Berlin. Now, however, Russia seems ready to reincorporate this petty state into the Netherlands. How shall we proceed? Whatever course of action we should take, we must be prepared for a conflict of interest with Germany, as the Reich will certainly not take lightly our ambitions, especially towards a state friendly to them. So yeah, it makes it seem like no matter which route we go, we could cause problems with Germany. But you know what, guys? We're just going to do it. So we're going to do this one. I think that makes it less likely. I'm not entirely sure, though. I think that's what he said. But we're just kind of risking this. Because, I mean, we have the fortifications built just about all the way across the front. There's a couple provinces here that we just started, and we're building forts there. But other than that, we have the level 2s. I don't think that's high enough. I feel like level 5 is going to be necessary because we have literally like one division in most provinces. There's a couple provinces that have 2. But for the most part, we're not very well defended here. So it is a problem. These guys are ready. Excellent. Let's go and put them. It doesn't really matter where we put them because we're going to be... Well, we could have put them over here, since I think this is where we're deploying those guys. Yeah, we'll deploy him over here. And put him onto this here. And if we go to war, he'll be training, so that won't be good. But if we go to war, we have to make sure we get generals in all of our armies here because we don't have generals yet. And I really should stop the training since war could start here, but well, it's fine, right? It's fine. So let's go and take one of these guys out. I don't care which one. We'll do this guy here. And bring him over to this yellow front. And then the yellow front is actually looking stronger, so what we could do is, trying to reduce that there and have them come over here and cover this province for us. Alright, so let's see what happens, guys. How's this work? Nothing's fired yet. Is it one of those decisions where it's like a timed one? Let's just take a look real quick. Oh, yes. 8 days. Okay, so in 8 days, this will fire. Oops, and you still got it paused. All right, let's see if we can do anything over here. We're still trying to help in this war, you know, obviously. And yes, we can help in that one. Excellent. So we'll try and destroy them. That will free up these 2 divisions as well as our own divisions to go somewhere else. Looking at the defense here, still holding out. Pretty good. Excellent. And here, we're not really going to be able to do anything. Italy has fallen. I mean, there's no saving Italy, and there's no saving any of them. They've all fallen. We weren't really trying to save them. More than anything, we were trying to... oh, this looks interesting. More than anything, we were just trying to keep them alive a little bit longer. Oh, wow. So we annex it. Well, what the fuck? If I knew that we could do that, I would have done that a long time ago. All right. I mean, that's good. I'm not complaining, but at the same time, I wish we had done that a long time ago, but I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought it would be likely to result. Well, you know what? We don't know that it's done yet. Yeah, it's not done. There's 5 days left. So I guess it could still result. All we did was annex them. It doesn't mean it's not going to result in war with them. Yeah, I'm over here like just assuming that this is all good. There's no guarantee that that's how this is going to go down. They could still... Oops. Whoa. My bad, guys. We should have drawn this out. We'll draw it out like so, and I think we have one extra division somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. They gotta move all their troops out, of course. Yeah, we can move the Yellow Army, like so. So move them over there, and then down to these locations here, which is gonna be like a bunch of different fronts. Alright, so we're gonna put the mountain troops down here for attacking into the mountains. How many do we need? A lot. Yeah, probably too many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 onto this front. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3 on that front. And we'll wait to do offensive lines until we get all these guys assigned here. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4 onto this front. I don't know that we're going to be able to fit all these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on this one, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that might not be enough to cover that, but we'll see. So that's just going to take 6 units here. All the mountain ones. And then some infantry. Alright, excellent. So that leaves 11. That should be enough. Alright, so this is going to get the lines going. We will need right there too. I did forget about that one. So let's do these guys first. And then we'll get the other one set up. Alright, so move them on over there. And then we'll have to set one dude over here. And I think that's one that's assigned there, so it should be good. Yes. Alright, fantastic. So they'll all get to move into their locations. But yeah, if they don't, you know, retaliate against this, which they very well might. We got some factories from this. We actually are almost done with those fortifications as well. So let's go and start with the next level of fortifications. We'd have to build up around here, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would if we wanted to make sure that they didn't attack there while we finished up here. So we'll actually move our Red Army now. So let's go ahead and build the forts here. Just level 2 forts for now. We'll likely give that province up. Just get some level 2 forts up along here for now. And then we're going to bring... it sucks that this is the Red Army. Now we're going to have two Red Armies here. We want to get this here wrapped up, and then we also want to get these guys destroyed. So I think we're actually going to split this. I think that would be the best way to do this. We'd have to change this color up, though, since we're moving them over here. So let's go ahead and change them. We're going to change them over to, I guess, a blue. We don't have any blues over here. Yeah, we'll do a blue. Just so I don't have confusion here. We want them to attack like so. And go after that province again, just kind of close this up here. And then we also want troops to race across here and try and get all these victory points and get the finish knocked out. So we'll go ahead and send 4 divisions over to this location. And then give them a goal there. Alright, excellent. So they'll get to moving over to there. Now we could, of course, attempt to cut off troops here, but we'll do all that after we finish up these 2 locations. We're not decrypting anything because we were working on them. That's right. Okay, I remember that now. So let's go ahead and decrypt somebody else. I don't know if we'll get an option to do that with Ukraine. I don't think so. I think they're all available though, so we can look at them. Let's just see, guys, what all the options are. All right, so there's that one. Where are those decisions that we have? I know there's more of them. I've seen them. There's the Georgian question and Armenia. So all of them have to do with down here. Okay, so in that case, yeah, we will go ahead and decrypt Ukraine. Alright. So we can expect to be at war with all of these border states here. Remember, it's still not done yet. We don't know that this is going to go the way we want it. There's 3 days for that. 2 more days. And then we'll find out what happens, guys. If they declare war or not. They very well might. And then at that point, we'll just have to try our best to win it. Hopefully our troops will all be in place, but probably not because it's a couple days before that fires. Or whatever happens. So we finished that up. Excellent. So now we're moving to this front. You can see that the British are in such a bad position. It's not great. It's not good, guys. Let's go ahead and we'll just adjust this one. And, I mean, there's really no way to stop this conquest, of course. I guess we'll go here. Try and protect London. Go ahead and delete this and give them another one. But again, there's really no way to stop this. Oopsie. Shit. My bad, guys. This got fucked up. Come there. And here. Alright, excellent. Alright, so they're going there. Still holding out on those defenses there, and Italy is still falling. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. It's just a matter of time now, isn't it? Do we have to take anything for this one? Oh, okay, this is the one to reintegrate them, so we're going to want to do that. We could also make them into a puppet if we want to. We're going to reintegrate them. So it says it's been completed. Here, oh wait, that's the one we just did. Yeah, we didn't hear anything from Germany. It was right down here, that's where it was, in between these two. So we didn't hear anything from Germany, so maybe they're scared. That's right. Damn right. You ought to be scared. Alright, so we'll get over here, and yeah, this is a lost cause, guys. Helping these guys out. But yeah, this is fantastic. We will have, I think we should have more than one unit in all these provinces. We have 2 right there. That's it. We will be moving that guy back, though. Alright, so yeah, that looks good, man. And so we have the same decisions available for these guys, so I suppose we could go after those next. We might want to have them checked. They already checked. So we'll do the Georgian question next, and then we'll do the status of Armenia. Yeah, we'll just have to see how this goes, but we completely eliminated an enemy. If I had only known that that's that you could avoid conflict, I thought and maybe both options can result in conflict. Again, I'm not entirely sure how it works. Oh Lord, yeah, this isn't good. Can we help out in either of these? We can help that, although they're attacking against a river, so let's do this one instead. Yeah, it does look like they will collapse here in mere moments. All right, so we should probably. The shitty thing is that you can't pull back your volunteers. There's no way to pull volunteers back. You can only send volunteers. So once you have volunteers, you can do it with expeditions, but you can't pull back your volunteers. Once your volunteers are there, then you are stuck in the conflict until either they capitulate, or they win their war, or finally if you go to war. That's the only way to get your volunteers back. So we have to try and keep them alive at this point now. And they're about to go after London. So let's go ahead and pull back here. And instead, go to this province here. And we'll give them an order as well. It's kind of a bummer having to do this. So that's one thing that's been brought up in the comments. Another thing that's been brought up many times is why we are not getting other countries in our factions. Why we haven't asked anybody to go in our faction. We haven't even attempted to do that. That's because this is the Kaiserreich mod. You can't do that, guys. In the Kaiserreich mod, it does get criticized for being heavily railroaded. It absolutely is railroaded. So, some people don't like that experience. I personally don't really like railroaded experience, and that's been one of my issues with Kaiserreich. It's still a really good mod. But it doesn't bother me as much as some people who can't even play the mod because of the railroading. But it is absolutely railroaded. You cannot get anybody in your faction that the mod doesn't want you to, either through a focus or decision. There is no ability to ask that somebody join your faction. You can't do that. So we will never be able to get Sweden or Norway in unless there's either we have a focus or decision or they have a focus or decision. The factions are very much designed to go a certain way. And there's different ways it can go, of course, 2 or 3 different ways, but those 2 to 3 different ways are predetermined. You can't change it. That includes joining factions. Some people wanted me to join the Entente, and that might have been an option in one of the focuses. If we had went with a different focus branch, it might have been an option to join the Entente, but we can't just join without a focus or a decision saying that we can. So we're coming over here to protect London. We did finish up the research here, and I was busy talking, so I don't know what the hell we need to get next. We're going to go ahead and get the industrial techs a little bit early, guys. We'll get this done. We definitely need them. Equipment is still one of the main issues for us right now. We are getting much better, though. The situation is improving. So just building that one medium tank division, we are short 367 mechanized, 232 medium tanks, still short 324 light tanks, and anti-air is a little bit short as well. Infantry equipment's doing pretty well. So we could pull back on that, just kind of go back to 5 here just to get the factories going into the other stuff that we're trying to build. We're trying to get our Air Force built up as well. I think that's what we'll do. We did get another dockyard, I'm guessing from them. So we go and put that towards the submarines. Speaking of submarines, let's take a look and see if we have some. We do. We got 2. Let's go and put them in here and let them train up. All right, excellent. So yeah, this is overall a much smaller front. You know, this is obviously smaller. Damn, I am losing my voice, guys. Anyways, what I was saying is this is a much smaller front than this was here, but then of course we have these. But they don't really have a lot of troops here to stop us. And maybe we'll be able to annex them. But yeah, I'm losing my voice because of that CK3 beginner guide video I did, the military one. Whew, good God. That was 3 hours, a little over 3 hours recording it. It was, you know, much shorter once I edited it, but still a very, very long video. And just messed my voice all up. So we did get these bonuses here, so that's fantastic. More army experience, which is good because we spent a ton of our army experience. So we're going to go and get this one next. This will give us that bonus against Germany. That should be pretty helpful. It's a division recovery rate plus 5%. Overall, our division recovery rate should be fantastic. And then, of course, the plus 10% bonus for Japan and Germany. So yeah, still holding out here. And the French are doing okay. The French are the only ones that aren't collapsing, but, you know, then once they have to defend this border, I think it's going to cause a lot of issues. They're also having the invasions that are going to be causing issues too, the Entente invasions. But overall, yeah, it's not good. France is the only one that's doing okay, but once the British fall, I think that's going to be the end here. Could, of course, go in and attack these guys here because we can get a win. What we'll do is actually have him support that attack. The troops got cut off, so this would help reconnect them, but I don't think that's going to be enough. You know, Britain is done for. So we did get the medium self-propelled artillery 2, excellent, so we're going to want to get those updated, and I suppose we could go for the medium tank destroyers, so that we'll have the ability to destroy the heavy tanks. I don't know that it's going to be necessary, though. I mean, we haven't really seen any heavy tanks from the Germans, and they might not have a lot. And then you have the division limits. So if, say, they already hit their limits, then they can't build the heavy tanks. So again, I haven't seen too many heavy tanks. There's been a couple here and there that I might have noticed, but overall, they're not using a lot of heavy tanks. So I think we'll be okay not getting the tank destroyers. Let's go and update these real quick while I'm looking at it. All right, so we'll update those. And let's go and get something selected. Let's continue after these. We're going to get the construction 4, just trying to get all that stuff built quicker, especially those fortifications, which do take some time. And we're not at level 5 as I want to be. We're just not there yet. These numbers aren't where I want them to be either. Not quite there. As far as our divisions here, we're at 125. I want mostly medium tanks to fulfill that. So we need to build, you know, the medium tank equipment. So as we stockpile the other types of equipment, we'll be pulling back on those to get the medium tank stuff built. We're still trying to get the light tank stuff going, so we'll better pull back from that once we get those needs fulfilled. Union of South Africa has declared war. Okay, so they're attacking their neighbor here. And just continued consolidation here in Africa. Defending London, just kind of holding on to the capital for him. I mean, it's done here, guys. This is again, we're just really holding out. We're trying not to have our units destroyed, really, so that we're here all the way to the point that they capitulate, which is why we need to hold London, so that when they capitulate, our troops will be brought back home. So that's really what the plan is here. Looks like this improved a little bit. The French have come to help, and so that has made the situation a little bit better. They're still losing here in Italy. Invasions here, though, so that's a problem. And we're just sitting here, so let's help with the invasions if we can. It's going to go here, and we'll try and help out here. Alright, so bring these troops on over to here. And, you know, it's better than just sitting there not doing anything. So now we're defending here with that tank unit. Bring this infantry here. It looks like this has already been wrapped up, both these invasions. Excellent. They didn't even need our assistance. Alright, well, we came. We're just happy to be here. So we'll go back to there. Again, I don't really see anything that we're going to be able to do here. We might be able to take a peek right there and see if there's any potential attacks here. I can't see anything, so we'd have to go over here to see what the possibilities are. I assume there's going to be too many divisions over there to really do anything. Alright, let's go and dip back over here, make sure we're still holding on London. We are. It might be better for us to retreat over here to like a port, like over to right there. So we're still getting supply and then they capitulate once London is taken. Again, though, just trying to cause some casualties, make them have to fight for this. We did finish up most of those fortifications. Excellent. I hate that we have to keep spending so much of our factories on fortifications. It's kind of a bummer. But it is what it is, guys. So let's see how we want to do this. Probably build up along this line first. Let's go all the way up to level 3, actually. I meant up to level 5. We're building 3 in each one of these. And then that's all that we're going to get. I feel like 5 is plenty enough. Hopefully, anyways. But yeah, getting up to level 5 in all these provinces, I think will be good. So we'll get that right there. And then I don't know if we'll go all the way down. This is a massive front. It does take a long time to build all these. That's one of the negatives here. I don't think that this one, yeah, that one is on the front. Never mind. We do have to build there. And once we have all of these factories or all these land forts built, then we'll be ready for war. That's the only thing I really want to have, because we're going to be vastly outnumbered. So therefore, what we'll have to do is have very minimal amounts of troops on the front line to defend the territory, which is only possible if you have these fortifications here, allowing us to then move our troops, wherever we need them for offensives. We might also be able to pull these troops back here. That's a possibility if we get those decisions going at 20 political power, I think, is what it requires, if I'm not mistaken. The Georgian question. And then we'll see if we can do an option with that one. I don't know if it's going to have the same choices and if there's any way to avoid war. Yeah, the voice is going, guys. What I was saying, though, is that I don't know that event, the decision we took, that was not gonna result in war. Like that there was no possible way that could result in war. It could have. I wonder if we can win either of these. We could win this one. We'll take the port and cut those troops off. Oh, never mind. They're reconnected. All right. We're not gonna cut them off, but we could try and get behind them. We'll probably get ourselves cut off. I think that's what's gonna end up happening here. We'll see though. Maybe the French will assist us. Right now they're not. They're not really all that keen on helping along this front. Yeah, we'll do that attack there. Against the Italians here. Not really who I want to fight. But again, just trying to make sure that this faction isn't defeated too early. So we do have the decision. Let's take a look. We also have this one here, which would result probably in more oil. Let's go and do the Georgia question. See what happens. Again, this could result in war. We don't have the forts yet, but if that happens, it happens. Formation flying. Excellent. So let's go ahead and go after. Do we want to do the hunt and destroy to get the air support mission efficiency? We don't have a lot of planes, so it's probably best if we get some other stuff for right now. We could do the rubber here. I don't know how we're doing on rubber. We're about to run out. So this would make it so that we don't have to buy. So we don't have to build any more refineries just yet. We might have to later, but for now we'll be good. The fall of Manila. So the Philippines is of course being invaded by Japan. They should succeed there. So let's take a look and see what these choices are. Now that the Don-Kuban Union, no longer exists, we must choose our stance towards the independent state of Georgia. We can either try to bring them into the fold using the direct threat of military power, or via covert operations, using existing pro-monarchist resistance groups. What shall we do? So we can threaten them with force, or do the covert operations. Let's do the covert operations, because again, I'd prefer to get all this wrapped up without war with the Germans, if possible. Again, I don't know that it is, but if it is, then that's what we want to do, because then it will allow us to bring all the troops that we have down here, which is quite a lot right now. 14 divisions. We could bring them up to this front, and that would be so helpful. We could have 2 divisions in each province. That'd be really, really good. And then with the tanks, we're going to be able to launch, offensives. I mean, we almost have our first medium tank division built, which is awesome. Very happy to see that. In fact, let's go and build another one over here. We're going to get another light tank division too. All right, so yeah, this is We will have more divisions than the 150, so we could build some more infantry, I suppose, or maybe even some more mountain troops. I want like a full, like 24 medium tank divisions if we can get it. So there was peace in India, but yeah, we will increase that once we change our mobilization. Yeah, this gives us another 200 divisions for our cap. Wow, that's really good. All right, so yeah, we're gonna need those 50 extra divisions. So with that in mind, we could go ahead and train some more troops, I suppose. Maybe train some more infantry up if we have the equipment. Yeah, because we have infantry equipment. Like we have all that stuff. So we could train some more of these. We got manpower as well. Again, though, I do want some space here within the 150 to get, to get medium tanks. Right now we have 2, 3, 4, 9. We'll get this up to like 8. Let's see what we're lacking here. Artillery. Okay, so it's the guns causing some issue. This is how we are currently looking when it comes to our production right now. You can definitely see that. I put a focus here on the medium tanks, started to build a lot more of those now. But we'll need to move more factories into those. And let's take a look at what's happened here in India. So these guys are not part of a faction. While these are also not part of a faction. Okay. They have definitely grown quite a bit. Look at all that territory they have. So they have control of most of India. Looks like our Russian coup failed. Our attempt to replace the government in Georgia with one loyal to our state has failed miserably. What should we do now? So we're going to declare war on them. So we weren't able to avoid conflict. What does say? Let them be. So no conquering this territory peacefully. No gaining it. We will have to fight them. All right, well that's a shame, but they are kind of open. There's openings here for us to get behind them and knock them out of the war. So I guess we will wait a little bit longer here. We did take this here. That's great. We're on the defense though. These guys aren't cut off because they reconnected it here. You know what? They are cut off. They're not in that faction. I keep forgetting that the Italian Republic's not in a faction, so these guys are completely cut off from supply. That's a ton of divisions that we're going to destroy here. Yeah, that is fantastic. That was a big win for us. Big win. But we actually have to win this defense in order to be able to destroy them first. So yeah, we'll try and take that province. We did lose one of the divisions. That's not good. The French are finally coming to help, though. And South Africa has won their war. That was against a small country, so not surprising. Still holding out here in London for right now, but they're about to get behind us, so I'm about to give this up to them. Get out of here. Let's see if we can't get behind here in time. Probably not. We might lose these divisions. Oh, yep. Yeah, we might lose the divisions. That was one thing I was a little bit worried about helping out with the British here. That we'd lose, because they were in a bad position overall. They didn't have a lot of troops. So we will lose these 2 divisions unless, yeah, they have to, yeah. They have to take London for the British to capitulate. And we're sitting in London, so that means that there's no way that we don't lose those 2 divisions. That's kind of a shame. Yeah, I should have moved them to the port quicker. I didn't even think about the fact that they weren't going to capitulate at all until we left London. So we can do the Georgian question again. That's interesting. And maybe we can keep doing it until we succeed. I mean, given we're spending 20 political power each time, so it's not without cost. Yeah, I think this is done, guys. Let's see if we can't win this here. Try and get that done. So they capitulated. Excellent. I think that does mean that we'll get our troops back now. Yeah, we did get the 2 volunteer divisions back. All right, that's good news. Very good news. All right, so let's try this again. We'll try the covert operation, the coup. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think we need to increase opinion with them. I think somebody told me that was important. So maybe if we fail this one again, we'll increase opinion before we take it next time. We'll try that out. See if opinion has any chance, like, any effect on the success rate. So we are defeating these divisions, completely wiping them out, forcing them to surrender. This is going very nice. That was a lot of divisions that we forced to surrender, guys. That was big. Yeah, it's very helpful. Italians are now much weaker than they were before, and maybe we can make a little bit of progress here. There's a level 2 fort there, so that could be difficult to advance on. What we need to do is have just the 2 divisions here, and then we'll try and attack and see if we can win. Probably not because of the fortification. Oh, okay, hold up. This is what's going on here. We've got a front line here. All right, so we'll see if with those 2 divisions, if we can get a win here. Let's send that guy in with the assistance of this guy. Maybe that might be a win. Looks like it. Yeah. See if we can't start pushing them forward, have some success in Italy. We got the Recon Company 2. All right, excellent. So we can go ahead and continue grabbing these. We are in 1941 though, so there are 1941 techs to be had. Nothing in here. Let me just see what all we still need to get. The artillery. Yeah, I guess we'll get the improved artillery bonus. Yeah, I suppose that's the one we want to get now. Get those passive bonuses. When do we get our troops back? We'll get them on the 30th of January. And we're not going to send any more volunteers out since war is likely to happen soon. So we won't be sending any more. We're just going to put them here on our front so we can have as many troops as we can get, you know, on these front lines here so that we can try and get the win. And it looks like it worked this time. Now, representatives of the newly established pro-Russian government of Georgia met with our Prime Minister today and announced that Georgia will become an integral part of Russia. All of our citizens are celebrating. Russian intelligence has achieved a new victory. Yeah, I wish I knew that I could do this before. That would have been super helpful, though it didn't get annexed or anything, so... Oh, okay, they're just in the faction. We didn't annex them. Okay, I didn't know it was going to go down that way. This will force the Ukrainian division here to leave. So we don't need to be along this front anymore. So instead, let's go ahead and take a lot of these troops out of here. Move them over that way. With these guys here, what we want to do is get the mountain troops going down there. And have, I don't know, probably quite a few divisions there. Maybe just all mountain troops here. 7 total divisions. That should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. We moved all the infantry here. Let's go and get anybody that's still here over to these fronts. We could bring another mountain division over here, I suppose. Give them 8 total. Because there's no mountains over here. Now, given they are better no matter what. Actually, let's go and place some troops here. Now, the mountain troops are better than a regular division. Any special forces division is going to be better than the regular divisions. So having them over here would be helpful. We might want to adjust this a little bit, change up the Purple Army's front so they can cover a little bit more. Again, just trying to get the Green Army's front decreased a little bit because they are the ones that are kind of the most overstretched right now. So I think that might be what we do. Let's see how much we can increase it by once we get all these divisions over here. So yeah, we got another ally here, and next would be Azerbaijan, which we got those volunteer forces back. Excellent. Where are they at? Right here. All right, so let's go to move them onto a front. See where we want to put them. Put them on this Yellow Army front. I think that's what we'll do. Put them on the Yellow Army front, and then any future troops we get will likely go onto that front right there. But yeah, this Yellow Army front needs to be increased in size just a little bit. So let's go ahead and pull these guys back here. Like so. At the very least, increase the Purple Army by 2. And we'll see how that looks, guys. Alright, so yeah, we'll try and get them next, and that'll free up 8 divisions. Looks like I have an infantry division we can move. It'll free up 7 divisions. And we won't have to protect this anymore. Now, there is the Ottomans, and there's always a threat that they could invade Georgia, which, you know, I don't really know what their focus tree looks like. But they could very well invade Georgia. Of course, we have Persia too, their threat. We don't know what they're going to do. Let's go and take this decision now. The status of Armenia. And we'll see what options we have there. So we did win here. Fantastic. This guy's about to leave. Let's let him leave, and then we'll try and get across the river and try and take these guys as capitals. Their capital's Milan, okay. So we'll try and go after Venice, I should say. I knew that was their capital. Alright, so we'll have to send the infantry as well. Looks like we have 3 choices when it comes to Armenia. With the majority of the Caucasus under Russian dominance, we must choose our stance towards the independent state of Armenia. We can either try to bring them into the fold using the direct threat of military power, or via covert operations using existing pro-Russian resistance groups. What shall we do? So we can demand their incorporation, try to establish control over the Armenian government, or covert operations. So I think the covert operations is how you end up getting them as a puppet, rather than directly annexing them. But these other options could result. Let's see here. Yeah, both of these are demands. We'll just do the Russian coup. You know, they are a puppet, so we can always trade for oil if need be. I think the key here is just to free the troops up. And we can annex them as well. We can build in their territory and annex them. Although, yeah, I think it should still allow you to annex them. I don't really know how Kaiserreich works in that regard. Yeah, we go to integrated puppet, and then maybe after that we can annex them. I'm not entirely sure. You got a check here that says can lower autonomy level, so maybe we can't. Yeah, maybe in Kaiserreich we're stuck with them as puppets, but whatever, that's fine. Again, it frees up the divisions, and also might result in it less likely that like the Ottomans would attack here. I don't know, we'd have to see. So we did get that focus completed. Excellent. So some nice bonuses for our army. Let's see what we want to get next. The Academy of Sciences can be gotten because we have somebody in our own faction, and this will allow us to share research. I highly doubt they have any techs that we don't have, so it's mostly going to be them benefiting from that, which I'm not opposed to, but we have like other stuff to research, so we should probably do those first. I get the Mountaineer tech so we can get those researched. We got Rocketeer technology, nuclear technology. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do, and that one would be good as well for division recovery rate. Got the air doctrine bonus. Let's do the Special Forces office. We'll use those to get the mountain troops improved, get the organization up. Take a look at these guys, see if there's anybody needs to be deployed. Not yet. Let's see how we're doing on equipment, see if there's any adjustments we can make. We have been using some of that infantry equipment, of course. Mechanized still needs a ton. Light tanks are still kind of short. So we'll just wait. There's not really any adjustments to be made yet, except for maybe with the motorized. It feels like we have like a ton of motorized right now. We only have 2 factories going towards it. We're going to pull one back, but I don't know where that's going to. Probably, no, not the medium tanks. How's our mechanized looking? Let's go and pump 2 more into mechanized because we're pretty short on that. So the Union in South Africa continues to advance. We're going to leave them be. So yeah, we'll try and do it one more time and see what happens. See if we succeed that time. It's 20 political power, obviously, but that's not that bad. We are winning here. Excellent. So after we take that, we'll move to Verona with 1 division and Venice with the other. Cut the rest of their troops off from coming over here. Grab all these victory points, and then come up behind them here. And this should help out the Italians. We're keeping them into the conflict. That's what's important. I want them still around. The British are destroyed, and so that's really going to hurt the French, because all those troops, I assume, are going to come up to this border here. I'm surprised, though, that the French have been holding on as long as they have. This is good. This is very good. That means that we won't have to fight the German faction all by ourselves. We're a lot stronger on the front line than we were before. So overall, this is good, guys. We're doing good. Got a couple extra divisions here starting to double up along this front as well, as you guys can see. This front might use a few more divisions, though. Yeah, we need a few more divisions up along here. We need to wipe this out first, though. Use those tanks to push over here, get all those guys cut off and destroyed. But yeah, things are looking a lot better, guys. Let's try this again and see if we succeed. But I'm starting to feel, I'm feeling good. With the fortifications, we're getting those built up to level 5 here. And we're going to try the covert operations again, see if that succeeds. So yeah, up over here, we already have the level 5 fortifications. Very good. Now, the reason why I didn't build them all down here is because I was thinking that we might attempt to launch an offensive there if we can get enough divisions built to do that. Yeah, they might launch an offensive there. So we wouldn't need higher level forts in that case. Still holding out here. Let's take a look at the situation here. Damn it, I need to pay attention to this, guys, because yeah, we lost an opportunity here to advance because I wasn't paying attention. I'm over here doing everything else but what I should be doing. Can we beat these guys here? 8 hours, 1 day and 1 hour. So we will beat them to Venice, but we won't beat them to cutting them off here. So that's a shame. So we've gotten Venice, excellent, and the French are helping us out here as well. So we need to pay attention to this. This is the only front that's anything's happening, so there's no reason not to pay attention to this situation here. Let's go ahead and go here next, and then we'll bring this guy over to here to hold Venice while we take this territory before this guy gets here. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, we did it. So now become an occupied puppet. Alright, beautiful. So things are going well. Things are going quite well for us. Still holding here, and that's surprising. And we're having success here. The question is, can we get to here before they can? Don't know that we can. We'd have to... What if we attacked here? Just to end that, so that tank unit can hurry up and get to that province. That's what I'm thinking. that stops that unit from moving too. There we go, beautiful. Now this guy's about to lose though, the tank. So we have to hurry up and get here and then attack again. I thought that already happened. So do we get a decision for them now? Claim Greater Armenia. Okay, so this is something that might affect the Turks as well. That's interesting. Begin a claim on there. Okay, so there's no way to deal with Azerbaijan. Alright, so that's a bummer. We just have to fight them. Okay, so we don't free up those troops, but I think we can win there with those mountain troops down there. And nice, the Italian Republic was destroyed, and we played a very significant role in that. So that's going to free up all these troops to move down here and keep the Italians from being defeated. With these guys, we'll move down here largely for defense, I suppose, into Florence. Maybe like so, and then we'll have him go to Florence and him go here. All right, United States of Greater Austria. Oh, what the fuck? Wow, Austria joined their faction. Man, this faction is beastie. Well, that changes the situation, doesn't it? Because that means that they are now going to be invading from this territory up here. That is very, very bad. Wow, man, I was surprised that happened. I didn't know they could. They had their own factions. I assumed that they were going to stay in their own faction. But yeah, this is not good. It does let us conquer some territory here temporarily, though. Might have to come over here and defend this. I think they're going after Verona. See if we can't get there first. Probably not. Oh yeah, they're already here. Alright, but they're weak because I think they took the railroads over here. I don't know if we'll defeat them there. As of right now, we're set to defeat them, but we'll see if that, remains the case. Yeah, we're in a bad position now, man. Alright, so let's go over to this province and grab that and try and cut off some troops here. We'll see if we can or not. These guys are winning as of right now, but I don't think that's gonna... Yeah, these divisions are coming here. Defending here, and that's their fortifications we just snatched without having to fight anybody, so it's not good for them. Unfortunately, yeah, this is the end of the episode, but yeah, that is big, man. That's the end right there, because the Austrians are now going to sweep across here, and so that's the end of the Syndicalists, and not only that, that is going to cause insane issues for us. That's going to be quite difficult. Now we have the Austrians involved, and they are powerful. They annexed all that land. As far as how many troops they have, we just took a look at their divisions. Yeah, they probably have like 150 divisions, somewhere around there. Pretty much all the successes we got this episode with this here, and forcing the northern Italians to surrender. All the successes are kind of like, not as helpful. Maybe this is what the Azerbaijan one is. Okay, it is. Okay, so we have to take that one. So maybe we can annex them. I was just didn't even take a look at that. So yeah, we might be able to get them either annexed or probably in as a puppet. So maybe we can fix this. Okay, so I spoke too soon on that one. But the Austrians joining, the United States of Greater Austria joining, that's big. That's going to be very helpful for the Germans. If they did have any troops guarding this border here, they don't need them there any longer. That frees them up to send them to other fronts. And again, the most important thing is that they're going to now attack the Italians from this direction and then into France. So that is the beginning of the end, if the end had already begun. I suppose you could say it had as soon as the British capitulated. So that is going to be the end of the episode, guys. We are facing quite the alliance against us now. That is a massive alliance. Very powerful faction that we have to fight here. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.